Today, I'm going to be hanging out with Pi AI, and we're going to be doing a deep dive on Malaysia's national treasure, Nasi Lemak. Let's go. Hey Pi, how's it going? Apa kabar? I'm here with my YouTube viewers, and we want to ask you about what you know about the history of Nasi Lemak.
Nasi Lemak is such an iconic dish in Malaysia. It's fascinating to learn about its history. While there are a few origin stories, let me share a couple with you. 1. The farmer's story. Some believe Nasi Lemak was created by farmers who combined locally available ingredients like coconuts, anchovies, eggs, and vegetables to make a filling and nutritious meal. 2. The folklore. Another popular story involves a widow named Mak Kuntum and her daughter Siri. One day, while cooking rice, Siri accidentally spilled coconut milk into the pot. The delicious aroma caught Mac's attention, and the dish became known as Nasi Lemak, rice cooked in coconut milk. These stories highlight the creative and resourceful spirit of the Malaysian people and their love for delicious, wholesome food.
I'm interested in exploring the folklore story. Can you tell us the story in its entirety?
Sure thing! The story of Mak Kuntum and Siri is a popular folklore tale that explains one possible origin of Nasi Lemak. Here's the full story. Mak Kuntum was a widow who lived with her daughter Siri in a small village in Malaysia. One day, Mak Kuntum was out collecting firewood while Siri stayed home to cook rice. As Siri was waiting for the rice to cook, she became bored and started playing with the ingredients in the kitchen. She found some pandan leaves and coconut milk and decided to mix them into the cooking rice. When Mak Kuntum returned home, she was greeted by a delicious aroma coming from the kitchen. She asked Siri what she had cooked, and Siri admitted that she had added pandan leaves and coconut milk to the rice out of boredom. Mak Kuntum was pleasantly surprised by the taste and named the dish Nasi Lemak, which means fat rice in Malay. And so, according to this folklore, Nasi Lemak was born out of a simple act of boredom and curiosity.
Interesting. What are the historical origins of this story?
The folklore story of Mak Kuntum and Siri has been passed down through generations in Malaysia, but there isn't much documented evidence of its historical origins. However, it's common for cultures to develop oral traditions and stories to explain the origins of beloved dishes, customs, and practices. The story's popularity may also be tied to the simplicity and resourcefulness it represents, as well as the idea that sometimes the best things in life come from unexpected moments of inspiration or experimentation.
That was really interesting, thank you. Next, let's explore the theory that it came from farmers. So what evidence or history do we have that cites that story?
The theory that Nasi Lemak originated from farmers is also based on oral tradition and cultural practices. While there isn't concrete historical evidence, it's believed that farmers and villagers in Malaysia would often cook with ingredients that were readily available in their local environment. Coconuts, anchovies, and rice were common ingredients in coastal areas. And it's plausible that farmers combined these ingredients to create a satisfying and nourishing meal. Over time, as the dish gained popularity, other ingredients like fried chicken, eggs, and sambal sauce were added to create the Nasi Lemak we know today. This theory highlights the practicality and resourcefulness of Malaysian farmers, as well as the diverse and rich culinary traditions of the country.
Now you're making me very hungry. Where in Malaysia would you say has the best Nasi Lemak? Drama.
Haha, talking about Nasi Lemak can definitely make your stomach start to rumble. As for where to find the best Nasi Lemak in Malaysia, there are so many delicious options to choose from. Here are a few highly rated spots you might want to check out. Nasi Lemak Wanjo Keji Baru, Kuala Lumpur. Nasi Lemak CT Garden, Kuala Lumpur. Nasi Lemak Bumbung, Petaling Jaya, Selangor. Of course, there are countless other restaurants and street vendors throughout Malaysia that serve up mouth-watering Nasi Lemak. It's a dish that's beloved by Malaysians and visitors alike, so don't be afraid to explore and try different versions.
Is there a particular region in Malaysia that's known for the origins of Nasi Lemak?
Based on the information I found, it seems that Nasi Lemak is generally considered to be of Malay origin and has been popularized throughout Malaysia. While the dish's specific region of origin is not clearly identified, some sources suggest that it may have originated in the southern and central regions of peninsular Malaysia. However, It's worth noting that Nasi Lemak has evolved and been adapted in various regions throughout Malaysia, so there may not be a single original version of the dish. It's truly a national favorite that has been shaped by the diverse cultures and traditions of Malaysia.
Now I'm hungry.